Okay, here we have one of your first 2 workouts of the 2020 WOD-Chester Games. We're not sure, I can't tell you right now if it's going to be your first workout or your second workout because it kind of depends on which grouping you're in. So some of you are going to start with the endurance workout, the try this. Others of you are going to start with this nice ground to overhead ladder to kind of show off your strength, right? So what do we have? We have 7 minutes to work through this ladder and get as far as you possibly can. The way this ladder works, your partners are going to alternate through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reps at increasing weights. So let me say this another way. As I go, I'm going to do, if I'm a man, I'm going to do 1 rep at 95 pounds. Then my partner is going to do 2 reps at 95 pounds. Then I'm going to do 3 reps at 95. He does 4 reps. I do 5 reps. At that point, we must then add some weight to the bar to get to 125 pounds, and then we start all over again. As you start an extra weight, you can change the order, okay? If you want to continue on so that the player that did 5 is, the player that did 4 and had a rest during 5 is gonna do the 1, you can do that, okay? But, again, we work through the ladder. One player does 1 rep at 125, the other player does 2 reps, the original player does 3, 4, 5, and so on, and then we move back up, okay? So, what could invariably happen to some people is they're gonna come across the weight that they and their partner cannot lift, okay? If one partner can lift the weight, but the other person can't, let's say I did the first rep, I did the 1 rep, okay? Let's say I did the 1 rep, and my partner can't even do 1 rep, the weight's too heavy. He could do two deadlifts, okay? And then I can go back and do 2 reps of ground to overhead, okay? Then as we go to the 3, again, they would do 3 deadlifts, and then I would do the 3 ground to overheads. And we could complete the round in that manner. Let's say we have a weight that neither one of us can do, okay? So let's say we got through the round of 125, but neither one of us can clean and jerk 155. What we can do is stay at 125 and use the remaining time that's left to do as many reps as we can at the 125 in order to kind of differentiate ourselves as a tiebreaker from the other teams that were stuck after 125. What happens when you get to round 6, okay? At 6, if you're able to do all 15 reps at 215 and 145, at round 6, at that point, you do as many ground to overheads as you can in the remaining time. So that's going to be the tiebreaker for the teams that can actually get through all 5 rounds here. And you can break those reps up however you want. So let's say we got through the 15 reps at 215. I could do 1, my partner can do 1. Then I could do the other one and my partner could do the other one. Just keep wrapping up. It's maximum number of reps at that heaviest weight that is the tiebreaker for the teams that actually finish round 5. Here we go. So what we have here is a particular lane, a station for this ground to overhead ladder workout. Each station is going to have a red bar for the fellas, a green bar for the ladies, a pair of clamps that you see on here, and then there's going to be a stack of 10s, 15s, 25s, and 45 in order, okay? Keep your weights in order so that you can load them to the bars appropriately or quickly and not be confused as to where everything is. Right now we're kind of set up to get started with the women's weight. We've got a green bar, 35-pound bar with 15-pound plates on each side to make 95 pounds, okay? Yeah, it's not 95 pounds, it's 65 pounds. You can leave it like that, go ahead. Bloopers are awesome. So we're gonna see what a ground to overhead looks like. Maybe come off with a 3/4 view over here, okay? Julie's getting ready to lift. By the way, we are gonna judge this workout for you. You do not need to provide a judge. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Julie's gonna do a ground to overhead. What a beast, she snatched it. It's legal, go ahead and put that bad boy down, because guess what? It's my turn. I'm gonna do 2 ground to overheads, okay? Oh, 1, oh.
No rep.
Somebody give me a no rep. That was a bad rep, so I gotta do that one again. Stand it up, okay? Then Julie's gonna come in and she's gonna do her 3. Good rep, babe. Oh man. I gotta do 4 now. I'm so winded. Oh. Do 5, baby. Oh, the competition is getting to me right now. The atmosphere, the electricity, it's draining my energy. So we've now just completed our first 15 reps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at 65 pounds. Now we need to add 20 pounds. Actually, the way I would do this if I was the ladies, I would take the 15 off and switch to the 15, and switch to the 25s, because at that point later on, for the next few sets, the next few rounds, you can just add 10s on real quick. Okay? You're welcome to add the weights any way you want, but this is certainly more efficient, and I always kind of strategize ahead. Okay? So now, you see how the ladder goes, you see how changing the bar goes, you see how the station is. Let's talk about what's a rep. The bar needs to go from the ground to overhead. You can do it however you want. You want to throw in a clean and jerk? Good. Show me a clean and a split jerk. Okay, that was a clean and a push jerk. So we've got a clean and then a split jerk. She must stand back up and bring the feet back together if you're doing split jerks. You want me to do some snatches? Maybe? So next, you can also snatch the weight. You can power snatch. I am not warmed up to do a squat snatch, but you can do that if you'd like. Or you can even split snatch, but you just come back to standing with your feet underneath you. Okay? When you're all the way overhead, you must be fully extended in like every joint, right? So as the bar is overhead, my arms are straight, my shoulders are opened up, my hips are opened up, my knees are opened up. Am I straight right now?
Yes.
You want to get a side view? It's going to show everybody how fat I am. But everything is straight up overhead. This is not finished. This is not finished. This is not finished. This is finished. Everything needs to be in a straight line. Okay? Also, you're welcome to drop the barbell, but follow it down and don't let it ricochet off into other teams. Okay? You must also use clamps on your bar. Yeah, I know it takes time, but make sure you put clamps on the bar for everybody's safety. So now, let's make sure we're super clear on how to get through when one person or both people don't have the capacity to lift a particular weight. So let's say we're at 95 pounds and I can do a ground to overhead, but Julie can't. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to ground overhead. Actually, if I were you, I would have the non-ground overheader go first. Julie's going to come in. She can't get this weight overhead, but she's going to do a deadlift. Beast. She stood all the way up. Just like we're standing all the way up when we go overhead, you must stand all the way up with your deadlift and establish control. Next, I'm going to do her set of 1. So now I'm going to do her set of ground overhead. Then I'm going to do my set of 2. Now it's Julie's set. Again, she can't get ground overhead, so she's going to do 3 deadlifts. At which point, I'm going to come in and do her three ground overheads. And then my own set of 4. Like that technique? How about this one?